This guide looks at beach starts. You fly downwind during a beach start, so you require a location like a sandbar. That means you have water on your downwind side, but nothing much blocking the wind. The kite control used is similar to a jump transition. Let's look at a left foot forward version. Start with the kite on the right, around 1 o'clock or slightly lower for light wind. Steer the kite left towards 12 o'clock. Pull in the bar just before the kite hits 12. The kite's momentum could take it quite far past 12, so it can help to steer right a little to hold the kite at 12. Just before you touch down, steer the kite firmly to the left. Try to hit 11 o'clock as you land. Steering earlier would dive the kite lower and result in a harder landing. Steering later would mean the kite stays at 12 and you might not get enough sideways pull to ride away. Let's look at a right foot forward version. Start with the kite on the left at 11 or lower for light wind. Steer right towards 12. Pull in the bar just before the kite hits 12. Steer left slightly to stop the kite's momentum and pause the kite near 12. Just before you land, dive the kite to the right, hitting 1 o'clock on landing. Let's look more closely at a left foot forward version. The heelside edge of the board is pressed into the ground. The kite is steered to the right in preparation. Then the kite is steered left towards 12 o'clock. As the kite nears 12, pull in the bar for lift and roll forwards to get more upright and to press the heel side of the board into the ground more firmly. As the kite picks you up, extend your body to take off. Kick your heels down and jump up with your weight still leaning slightly upwind. Keep the bar in as you take off. Steer right briefly to stop the kite's movement to the left. Just before you touch down, steer the kite to the left. Point your front foot in the direction you're moving and touch down with the back foot first. The key here is that you need to resist being dragged downwind before takeoff. As the kite climbs, it pulls more and more, so you need to increase the force applied to your heels right up until the point you're airborne. If you did not do this, then you would simply slide downwind and not take off. Note, this is filmed in very light wind. In stronger wind, you would definitely need the bar much further out to avoid getting dragged as the kite climbs up to 12. This beach start was done to the left. That's because of the angle of the lagoon compared to the angle of the wind. A left foot forward beach start typically lands just to the left of downwind, whereas a right foot forward beach start typically lands just to the right of downwind. And in this situation, that might still be on the beach or in very shallow water. Let's flip that footage for a right foot forwards example. The red side of the bar will now incorrectly be on the right hand side. Here's another example of a beach start at a different location. In this case, a kite loop is used, resulting in faster landing speed and increased risk. This example was filmed in very light wind, only 15 knots or so. Light wind is a good place to start, because with shallow water, the board can easily get stuck on the bottom, or if you fall, you're going to impact the hard ground. And if one foot comes out of the board and the board gets stuck, you can badly twist your ankle. But in light wind, everything happens a bit more slowly and accidents have less speed and energy. 15 to 20 knots is a good range to begin in. Also, the more aerial skill you have, the lower your risk. I would suggest as a prerequisite that you should be competent with jumps, jump transitions, rotations and board offs. Thanks for watching and safe kiting to you all.